Welcome back to the Gfinity Champion of Champions. My name is Lycan. With me, I have the very hilarious Richard Lewis and Thorin.
What's so funny?
What's so funny, mate? Take this
Don't get it.
Nothing
It's not a
safe
joke to me,
for
mate. It's an
stream.
important game.
This is our life. Yeah, you're just a tourist. Anyway, how you doing?
As you guys can see on stream, you can get a Dragon Lore factory new op skin. It's go to gfinity.net/competition. You just sign up. It's free. Click the button and possibly win a very valuable, I think it's $1,500. That's what it's going for.
Yeah, I was going to say, Henry G was telling me they can fetch up to $2,000 on the black market. So.
On the black market?
Yeah,
what black market?
The black skins market, mate. You wouldn't know about it.
I don't know anything about the black skins market.
Yeah, you definitely
You're
don't.
veering into some territory there.
I'm telling you, mate. It exists. It's real.
All right, let's talk about the game. Let's talk about, first of all, the first half, right?
Yeah.
Envyus 11-4 over Fnatic. It was just an absolute incredible game. And then second half, Kenny S, that op, making some magic happen.
Yeah.
Go ahead and talk about just the strengths we saw.
Well, look, I mean, this was the map we thought it was going to be. Absolute great game, back and forth. Two of the best teams on this map, arguably the two best teams. But again, it's all about that Envyus T side. Just ridiculous the way they were playing it. They were just moving around the map in packs like they do. It's not even a pure picking style that they play. Like, you'll watch some teams and they'll send a player kind of almost tentatively to some part of the map to work a pick, and then, oh, right, he's got one, okay, let's just regroup, and do we go there? Do we wait for the CTs to move around the map? They just basically sort of go as a pack, and they're like, okay, should we just go in? And they go, yep, and Apex will go in, gets a kill, or maybe Apex runs in, doesn't get the kill, but while he's distracting everyone else, Happy and MBK there, or Kenny S might pick them from behind from a longer distance. And once they open up a site, they're just all over it. And it was incredible to watch. That was just a masterclass on how you play that T-side on Cobblestone. Even Fnatic, notoriously good on CT, couldn't keep them out. So I was pretty, I don't know what you're sniggering at, mate, but it was pretty good. So you see here from some highlights, that we've got on screen right now. This was the second round. So Fnatic obviously won the pistol on CT. Let's not forget that. And that's another strength of Envyus is we keep talking about the force buy. We keep talking about what they can do with pistols and these lesser guns. Just an incredible performance.
I think that was the difference maker in the game.
Yeah, definitely.
Both teams were good on the saves and were working with very little money, and both teams are really good on gun rounds. But what ultimately tipped it was Envyus was just a bit better when they had full save. Like you saw towards the end of the game there, they had a round where they had purely pistols across the board. It wasn't even a good position. It was like P250s. Yeah. And they still managed to win a B site hold. And it wasn't even actually that close. They won it quite convincingly. So they got a bit more out of it in that sense. I think this was an incredible game. Like the score really belied what a great first half it was. It was 11-4. First of all, if you're Envyus, they lost a pistol and won 11-4 on T-side. So you see what an incredible T-side they have. But what a back and forth 11-4 though. There was so many clutch round situations. And then this game, one of the things that made no sense to me was this weird battle that went on between Happy and JW, where they both just like whatever they could and just rushed to the dropper to see who could see the other one first and shoot them with shotguns. And JW probably got about 15 mag and shotgun kills in the game. Yeah. At one point, they were actually doing full buy rounds for Fnatic, and they were still dropping in the sawn-off shotgun. It didn't make any sense whatsoever. No normal player. That's not the meta for how the hierarchy of weapons is supposed to work in this game. But you saw how effective he was with them. It was ridiculous. And then Flusher had some crazy rounds.
Obviously.
I mean, this actually is a game where I think this kind of set the stage for what I build as the difference in where these two teams are at the moment, because Fnatic didn't look that strong. They were oftentimes numbers disadvantage or weapons disadvantage, economically limited. They were making incredible amounts out of what they had, though, while the Envyus guys either were super hot and just blew the round away, or they could sometimes give it up to the kind of clutch plays from Fnatic. So I think Fnatic, it was actually not quite as close as the score looked overall. The first half was amazing. It was entertaining. It wasn't quite that close, though. Fnatic were just hanging on so many times there. So you've got to give props to Envy that they came in here and they beat up on Fnatic on a map which is Fnatic powerhouse. Yeah,
and let's not forget, it's Fnatic's pick. Fnatic had the option of picking first, and they chose Cobblestone. You thought they should have gone for Train, but this is a huge step forward for Envyus. I mean, this is huge within the context of the final. You think about the two semis we saw, where it was like, you know, teams winning on their maps, and then, you know, maybe on the other team's maps, okay, they're competitive, but generally it went the way that the picks were going, and it was coming down to this deciding map. Well, Envyus have given themselves a huge head start here because they're beating Fnatic on a map that we still agree they're the best on overall. And here's the winning round, actually. actually on screen right now. So again, just they were Envyus actually on a force buy again. Happy brilliantly because he stops that plant. Didn't even need to get the kill. And as Pronax runs in to get that kill, there you go. And that was all she wrote for 16-12. But again, getting back to the point. You know, we're now moving on to Envyus's map, and you got to say that this could be 2-0 if it goes the way that we've seen in the past. Then again, this is Fnatic. They do the impossible with worrying regularity.
Yeah, the thing to note about this next map is that neither team at the moment really is on like some sick heater on it and like they're unbeatable. This next one should also, I hope that the Cobble game has set this tone for what this series is going to be like. It's just going to be really back and forth. And neither team, like basically, even though they're both good T-side teams, the initial execute is not going to be what decides the game. You see, it's the clutch round plays. It's 1v1s, it's 2v3s, and so as a result, a lot of that is not premeditated. It's playing off each other. It's intuitive team play. I think the skill at the moment is lying on the side of Envyus. Everyone almost is really on the game like that. I mean, Kiyoshima's guy's been pretty quiet over this tournament. He was having a great first half there. The skill at the moment's really on the Envyus side, but they've got a few players on that Fnatic side. We saw Olaf Meister with a crazy round where he just flagged everyone's head off, even if they had an all-plonk range. Flusher had a few of those standard rounds where he's like, oh, is that smoke? I'll just shoot randomly through into people's bodies. How he knows they're there, I don't know. Technology, I guess. And then we have JW doing what JW does. So I think it's got the potential, no matter who wins, to be a really entertaining series so far.
And that's an interesting point. You know, Duncan's highlighting how it's coming down to these clutch rounds. I think Fnatic has a better team in terms of pure clutching. You think about clutches, you think about Olaf Meister, you think about Flusher. They're two great clutches. I wouldn't say Envyus have that same sort of level of clutch play when you think about the great clutches in the game. But so far, it's Envyus. It's that pure skill.
They're just fragging, though.
Yeah, exactly. Just fragging, and on that T side especially, which is super, super important. So, really, really great final in prospect. We knew that map was going to deliver. Looks actually like the whole final is going to deliver. So.
When you talk about the clutch from Fnatic versus Envyus, it sounds like Envyus, especially with their ability to take games on or take map rounds on an eco round, that really plays against. Fnatic can clutch, but Envyus can take a bad situation economically and turn it around.
Yeah, but this is the thing. Duncan mentioned this yesterday, and it's absolutely on point. And that is that you can never force Envyus out of the game by wrecking their economy. Like a penniless Envyus are just as lethal as when they've got money in the bank. They can just buy guns and just make it work. So you're never going to push them out of a game economically. That's why the clutch play is so important for Fnatic, because when they're behind numerically in a round, they've still got that opportunity to be able to, okay, we haven't lost the round yet, it's Flusher, it's a 1v3, doesn't matter. It's Olaf, it's a 1v3, doesn't matter. And winning those rounds are what keeps them in the game. It's super important for Fnatic to maintain a good economy moving forward, because ultimately we know the economy doesn't matter quite so much for Envyus. They're so lethal with Tech 9s, so lethal with Mag 7s, just whatever they can get their hands on, they can make work. And I think that's a strength Fnatic don't have.
Well, to see the difference in the fragging in that game, it felt like Fnatic was permanently down numbers. Even when they would end up winning the round, it would come from behind a 2v4, 2v3. I mean, it has to be said, okay, yeah, Flusher's really sick at that, JW's really sick at that. The two-man combo, which is the dream, is when you have a round where it's like a 4v2 or a 4v3 for the opponent, but it's Crimson Olaf. When they're both together at the same time, the way those guys play off each other in those clutch off situations is unreal. I mean, they can just make magic up. They could have saved my dad's marriage, That's how good these guys are, the way they work together.
I don't think
he's still married, so it's just a lie, guys. So.
I don't think anyone could do that, really. But yeah, anyway.
All right, moving into the next game, who do you think is going to take it?
What's the map again? It's Mirage. So this is interesting. We saw Envyus yesterday. I thought they labored a bit against Virtus Pro. Virtus Pro are a great Mirage team, though. And now Fnatic are on the back foot. I wouldn't say this is a map that... I mean, I'm surprised Envyus picked it, frankly. They clearly don't have a particularly, great strength on it. But then again, I can think to Fnatic losing a few games on this. I think they lost to Cloud9 in Valencia on this, which, there's obviously a big disparity between those two teams. So, I mean, obviously that's a while ago. You never know what's happened in terms of tactics and changing things around. But I can think of some results from in Fnatic's history that aren't so great on Mirage. I think, again, this is going to be another super close game. I'm kind of feeling Envyus might just shade this one. I kind of feel that.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the ones I actually put down in my mind as like a better chat. I thought the two most dangerous ones for Fnatic in the series is Cash and Mirage. I think those are the two where their strengths on it are more in the past, and they themselves veer away from the map when they can now. So I'm feeling Envyus have the better chance to kind of get the jump on them there. With that said, it's the thing about Mirage, I think the reason why Envyus never embraced it before when they were at their peak with the old lineup is because I think actually it doesn't really fit the tactical style so much of Happy, because to me it's a map that on T side you're supposed to make those mid-round calls, which is where it works out for people like Pronax, Existence. You set up, that's why you take mid control, and you make a read on the game. You go, okay, I think they're going to play off the B site here, so we'll fake in away and then we'll go to B now. The Happy style's more like you just go in, you frag, and then everyone moves into that area. I don't think there's as much nuance to his game in that sense. So if they can have a strong CT half, Envyus can win this map, but I actually think it's going to slightly edge over to Fnatic, and I think if they can carry over the clutch round component, I think this is a great map to do so.
I think Duncan's right in terms of the tactical aspects of it, but the one thing I will say is that we've seen Fnatic kind of get caught out. Like for starters, what Envyus need to do, in my opinion, is you just avoid B, because I think they've been playing Flusher over there, and he just seems to be so good on that B on that B site. I think you want to avoid that as much as possible, because he's always going to get 2-3 kills. He just seems unstoppable on that site. So it's going to be about using the smokes. They look vulnerable on A. If JW's not having a game and isn't controlling that mid area, if they can get picks on him, if Kenny S is really feeling it, and again, one of the things we didn't really have time to highlight at the top of the show was that this is a matchup that historically has always favored Kenny S. Like, JW doesn't like playing against him. Yeah. So, I think they can get that mid control, and then maybe, okay, the reads are bad, but if you just force A repeatedly, I think Envyus can have a lot of joy on that T side. We know they're godlike on T side, so I'm definitely going to give them the edge on this one.
The thing is, with the confidence that JW showed in that first game, like I said there, every round, even if he died the one before, he's rushing to meet Happy at that dropper. I actually anticipate in this game, it's not going to be JW like, oh, I'll buy the AWP, you buy the AWP, like a duel. You know, we meet at this point and we both, like, you know, seconds stay out, we're just going to do this by ourselves. Instead, I actually expect this to be more like a rifle game from JW. Smoke off the mid, push up, try and get into those corners so that Kenny S can't just come out to the boxes and AWP. I think JW actually has learned his lesson from those past battles with Kenny S, where you just can't go head-to-head with him when he's AWPing.
All right. Well, thank you guys very much. We're getting ready to go into game number 2 of Fnatic versus Envyus. Sending it over to Kyanite and Toby Wan. Take it away, guys.
I do look a bit like Kyanite.
A little, yeah, that's... Hi.
I'm Henry G.
He's Henry G.
This is Toby.
As you can see down there.
There we go. Thank you, guys.
Well, welcome back. It is map number 2. Looking forward to getting well underway for this one. And, well, what a blinder of a start to map number 1.
Yeah.
We knew it was going to be exciting. We didn't know it would be that tug-of-war-ish kind of style.
After the first half, I thought, okay, maybe Envyus is going to just run away with this one. But like you said, every round Fnatic did get, it was very back and forth. They'd like win one round, lose the subsequent one after that, get back into it. Although the first half finished 11-4, they definitely gave themselves a good fighting chance winning the pistol and coming back into it. I think that's going to be the actual theme for this entire series. It's not going to be a foregone conclusion every map. We're going to see teams not going to see teams run away with this one. And we have to remember that was actually Fnatic's pick, Cobble, going into that series. So Envyus managing to find the mental fortitude to take them down here, and now we go into their pick. But I don't think it's going to be as black and white as that. I think it's still going to be a very difficult map for them to take down.
Yeah.
Fnatic definitely no strangers to this one. And I think it is going to come down to those aggressive plays that Thorin was mentioning there. JW, for example, pushing up middle and working out what he can do, locking down that Kenny S factor at the top of mid. And I actually think they're going to roll the double AWP setup. I think Olaf Meister and JW on the AWPs on the CT side, as long as they can control their economy. That was a huge problem for them in the first game. Money ran away from them, force buying a lot. We saw them get CZs twice in a row, and that was the beginning of the end of their CT half. They came into the first gun round, little to nothing there, and it was very difficult for them to get back into it. But hopefully they will get the CT side this side, and we can see them bounce straight back, and we can see this series go all the way.
I will look forward to whatever we get. I'm looking forward to close games more than anything else.
Yes, me too.
Because even if we do go 3-0, it's the quality we get from the maps we take. And well, I also asked the same questions. Like, will JW? Like, I've always been a big fan of JW on this map of Mirage, just because of how dynamic he is with his positions with the AWP, the ability to jump around. But as you said, like, they could go for this double AWP kind of play. We had VP, I think it was yesterday, who actually went for the double AWP plus Scout, because they used the Scout to watch in that B apartments area. So you could play a huge range game now for the defense, for the CT side.
We saw like Pash getting those jumping headshots. He got double one of those. That was that's always exciting to watch. We'll see the Scout be very prevalent on this map, especially when you have players like MBK on the server. They're very cheeky on maps like Mirage. There's lots of jumping angles. But now we're actually seeing where it gets a little bit more interesting. Just because the hitboxes now have been updated, the jumping shots are still viable, but you can get taken down. The reaction of some of these guys on the server will be able to handle it, and so maybe we'll see some more crazy shots coming in there. So obviously we still have the knife run to come. That's going to be important. The CT side, I'd say, is going to be more of a factor on a map like Mirage, but both these teams so strong on the terrorist side, especially since this update. Still teams adapting to the CT new M4 they're having to use, since they quite haven't found that footing just yet. They're still working out how they're going to approach each map and whether they'll use the Silence M4 still, but I think that's going to be kind of balanced out in the next couple of weeks or so, but still a huge factor going into these sort of maps.
Yeah, we did actually see like a lot more teams playing a lot more closer positions as opposed to like this long-range M4 Silence kind of like just go for the straight-up picks, and instead like actually maybe even holding on to the SMGs that extra round just to make sure, like it's always good money, but they're able to play this little tight, close combat, go with the smokes, go with the pop flashes, get the information, maybe the 1 kill or the 2 kill. Don't go 3 times off the T-ramp. Never forget. But you can go for plays like this.
Yes, that's interesting, right? So that's going to be a huge factor here. When you're in the grand final, you have to remember when you get these advantages to the CT side, you get those first picks. You need to make sure you're capitalizing on those. You can't afford to try and go for the frag moving material. You need to make sure you're falling back and just doing everything you can in your power to make sure the bomb doesn't go down and you're forcing the Ts into unfavorable situations. We saw VP kind of let themselves down in a couple of rounds yesterday where they'd get the first 2 picks and just keep pushing, keep applying the pressure. And if it had worked out for them, obviously saying what an amazing idea that was. But for me, trying to play the percentages and making sure the Ts don't even have the opportunity to kill you once you have that advantage, that's the aim of the game here. So obviously we're going to see teams like Envyus and Fnatic, they are going for these pushes. We're going to see them, Kenny F boosting up in the Palace with the AWP, stuff like that. But it's going to be how these teams know each other so well. How are they going to react to these sort of pushes and what they can do to read them coming in, I think. So looks like we'll just be getting ready to go into the knife run here. If you're just joining us, you're coming into the best of 5 series between Envyus and Fnatic. Envyus do take the first map, 16-13, a very interesting map to kick things off. That was Fnatic's pick. But here we go, the knife round will begin.
That it will. Into Mirage is where we are. Of course, as you said, this is only map number 2 of a potential 5 that we could have coming your way. And if we believe my co-caster Henry G, we are going to at least 4.
At least 4.
At least 4.
Yeah,
potentially 5.
Well, now Envyus have picked up that first map. I'm not so sure. Maybe this could go all 5. But let's see. JW running out there. Going to be no messing around. As it can this do take the advantage in the knife round?
Yeah, that they will. And well, okay, bouncing off the top of the CT players. He can actually do this solo if he wants to. He's 100% against 2 weakened CTs. And Fnatic starting on CT side, they would absolutely love this. Get into the comfort zone again. Things went wrong on map 1.
There's the economy control.
Are they trying to boost up to get to him?
Well, he's actually going to win this, I think. He's got the 100 HP. As long as he catches one off, he should have a decent chance of it. Come on, guys. It's got a long day. Let's go.
Hey, there's a lot of stake, man. There's a lot of stake. Yeah, that's not going to bait him over, Olaf. They're waiting for you to come around that corner. So,
making up for Thorin talking. Shots fired.
Did you see a game of cricket? Reminds me of this.
It's true.
Yeah, 60 minutes. I love how MBK is actually crap talking Thorin as well during the middle of it. All right. So someone's going to make the play. What they're hoping they must be like to slice him both at the same time. That's the dream right now. And Olaf, well, he makes the run, and he says, finally, the wait is over. Olaf will win the knife round, and that means Fnatic will be switching over to the CT side. In fact, there is the switch. Fnatic will be CTs.
There we go then. That's the start they wanted after losing that first map. They wanted to get the CT side, build up some momentum, and like I said before, they need to start controlling this CT economy. They actually allowed themselves to do the double CZ buy and actually allowed the game to run away from them a little bit in the first half. So let's see what they can do to find their footing into Mirage. Obviously, this is Envyus' pick, so it's going to be in their best interest to win this one. Obviously, you would assume that's the way it's going, but after that first map, who knows what could happen here? All bets are off, really. This series could go either way. It's
anything is possible. Like pistol round, second round, third round. Like it doesn't belong to anyone with the way we've been watching the CS played out today, which has also been a wonderful place to be. Like if you're not down here, I would say get yourself down here, but there's actually no room in the house.
Yeah, it looks like it's sold out
here at EGX, it's completely packed. I tried to make a quick run out to the loo in the break, and I almost didn't make it back in time.
You didn't. I almost had to do the solo cast.
It is chockers out there, man. Absolutely chockers.
Well then, so Envyus starting on the T side here. Pistol round meta normally dictates something very fast. You have two options here. You either go for the straight up B rush, you can do the slow smoke play going in, smoke going over the top, try and get the bomb down, and then post-plant situations. We'll have a look at their buy. But here we go then. Second map, Fnatic versus Envyus. Ladies and gentlemen, can you put your hands together for this second game, please?
Awesome.
Let's go.
They're alive out there. They're alive. We had a quick pause as we had to change the screen so the players can't see the game.
That's
the
an
reason
anticlimax.
Yeah.
I was just getting
Yeah.
hyped.
Let's get started.
There comes the
Wait,
pause.
let's just stop for a moment, boys.
Too much. I got ahead of myself.
Awesome. But we're done, so we start the round. So, yeah, okay, I'm interested. Like, do they go for that B play? It always feels a little bit more clustered when you go for that quick B move. There is that chance to just go for the straight shot from the car down through the apartment area, and you can take a lot of damage to get into that B side.
Well, they've got 4 sets of armor here. MBK going to be smoking towards the window area, and the bomb is going to be making its way in the B apartments now. It's not looking like it's going to be anything too fast from them.
Yeah.
CTs, though.
If they move fast, then Flusher hears everything.
With Pronax, so he's got the tight angle there, trying to get information. Does spot a terrorist there, got the grenade out. That should do a decent amount of damage, you know, as well. Actually narrowly misses it, and here comes the X2 onto B.
Yeah, they're rotating over as well, Fnatic. They've got to bring in their friends a lot quicker than this. But then again, Envyus, they can't find anyone. This smoke cover, no one's really connected until finally Apex and Keo go to work. They're going for the plant, but JW, he's managed to retake apartments while Olaf coming in from the kitchen. They're pincering Fnatic onto the side, and this is now, well, okay. Yeah, this isn't going to be absolutely fantastic. Olaf and Crims are the last ones left alive. Crims is in the kitchen. At least he can snap Happy back. But Envyus, they only lose 2 players pushing into that B side. They get the plant down, and a great start on T-half.
Yep, so they smoked towards middle, took away that vision from the CTs there. You can see them pushing up the short. They just weren't ready for that. Pronax unable to capitalize there with the smoke he put down himself, giving himself a nice defensive position, not hitting any shots there. And unfortunately, Envyus do take the pistol round, and they're actually force buying into this one. So the scout can be on JW. We talked about how strong that can be on this map. They do get CZs, P250s, and 5.7s on the rest of the guys. Body armor purchased. And you can see now Envyus do have 3 SMGs and 2 rifles. Going to keep it long range, but Happy opens it up with the MP7 onto Olaf Meister. It's going to be a great start for them going into the second round here.
Yeah, the question is, can Envyus break this curse? As you said, it's a good start killing off Olaf, but Happy takes a lot of damage for his work. Down and now 30 HP. At least holding on to this armor, but okay. MBK, he's able to get himself onto the side.
The problem with this force buy is they haven't got the head armor, so the SMGs are so prevalent in this sort of situation. Come out, you saw the headshot coming in, is absolutely wrecking Crims there. So now it's a 5-on-3, and they may be in the position they want to save this. They've lost positional control of the A bomb site. JW still going to be holding towards jungle with the scout, but he gets smoked off now, and that's going to be his cue to leave the side, I'm afraid.
Yeah, and Flash is backing up on the CT side. Maybe he can stop the planner if he was a little bit off, but okay. With Apex also killing off the flanker, which was Pronax. Yeah, there's very little hope right now, so Fnatic just save the armor, save the pistol, save the scout, and just get the hell out of there. But Envyus, is this the point too where you're on the second round, you've managed to break the curse, you'll actually take the round after pistol, but do you want to try and get rid of the scout? Is it worth the chase?
For the terrorist side, definitely. If you have the SMGs, it's not a huge sacrifice losing an SMG. You're going to have head armor next round, so it's not going to be like a really impactful weapon for them anyway. But we see that JW does get a kill onto NBK, and he's going to keep the scout here as the bomb is ticking away. You can see they're not hunting too much here. They just want to make sure they don't feed the CTs too much here. But Flusher is going to be saving that 5-7. He won't be able to pick up anything from that one. So they're taking the scout into round number 3 here. I'd expect them to take that towards the B and actually go for those jumping shots and see what they can do here, but the terrorists are going to be well aware of that scout in position. That's probably what I'd be expecting if you knew a scout was remaining on the map, so they probably want to go for a faster A take here, but let's see how they approach this one. The CT's not going to be making the same mistake of forcing into this so many times. They didn't get the kills to justify that. Yeah. So we're going to round number 3 now, and you can see MBK just going to be keeping the P250 in armor. He's going to be on the A ramp there. Just working out whether he can see a CT, and he does spot someone actually, does a little bit of damage, but Pronax now waiting with the Zeus, and actually Olaf might have the lower ramp and takes that MBK there, and that's going to be near the bomb as well. If he goes around the corner, he may be able to spot that.
He didn't go too far though. If he went even further, then Envyus will probably have a chance to kill him off. But it's giving confidence now for JW to come back over towards the window. He's jumping up to see if there is any kind of boost or anyone coming up from the underpass area, and now he's going to get the answer. It's Apex moving in with the AK. Will proceed to smoke up connect, but Olaf, he played aggressive on the T-slope, now try and play aggressive, but he's down to 10 HP, backing up. At least he's got himself this grenade, which he's going to, okay. Well, Kenny Yes will actually grenade him back.
Yeah. Olaf's been really impactful, especially on Cobble, just pushing through off angles and making sure he gets that CZ working for him. JW towards CT spawn now, just trying to tag off any damage and gain intel for his team. Just have them spray them down on those USPs there, but Kenny S now making his way into jungle with the MAC-10 bomb. Should go down pretty easily here. JW's aware of that though, trying to spam through and will actually hit one of the T players. They're not doing too much damage, but now then, NES does finish them both off. Crims and JW going down to the hands of that Mac 10, and he finished it off with a Deagle as well. Just going to be Flusher left remaining towards mid, and not going to be long for this role. It has got body armor, but I had to find a kill there. Surprising, I didn't see him getting one of those, but will he be able to...
Is that Kenny? They're looking to give Kenny S the ace because he's on 4 right now, and actually Flusher will end up denying him, as well as Happy. This isn't the cleanest end to the round. That means, in fact, Flusher can hold on to this AK. He's got 2 life. That's not a lot to work with. There's thought for a moment he'd be caught with his knife in his hand, but holds onto the AK and gets a good revenge with 3 for his own.
So there we go, 3-0 to Envyus on the T side of Mirage. A perfect start for them. They're going to be rolling the double AWP setup for them. That's something they do on a lot of maps across the board. It's definitely unorthodox, especially on Mirage. It means they're going to be doing a much slower pick-based mentality here. Obviously, Kenny S controlling middle. It'll be interesting to see where Happy will choose to go. Maybe just holding B, seeing if he can get any sort of aggression. He's going to go towards Palace, in fact. So that's going to be waiting for any sort of aggressive CT pushes coming in. You can see the CTs now not going to be going for a classic mid push. They haven't got much in terms of utility. You know, they have got 2 kits and 1 incendiary to play with, and 3 more smokes remaining. So CTs are actually pushing into the lower ramp area. It's going to be Olaf Meister going for that aggressive play. Happy does take down JW though to open things up and make it a 5-on-4, and that's going to be a huge advantage for the terrorist side here.
Yeah, because now without JW on the field, Fnatic don't really feel like they've got a lot of support behind them anymore.
They're going to be very spread thin across the map as well. They need to find a frag. They need to find one now. They can't allow a full execution to come in from Envyus. They still have 4 smokes remaining. It's going to be very difficult for them to hold off, especially the fact they've only got 1 smoke remaining themselves. So let's see what they can do. Definitely a reaction required. You can see that reaction coming in terms of Olaf Meister pushing off that lower ramp, trying to gain some intel and working out what he can do to get a frag here.
The fact he's up so far is already giving him a lot of intel. The fact that there should be a push over to B. Happy is now running himself out. Pronax jumping into a better position, more of a trap position for the pop flash. And Envyus, 3 players now inside the apartment. There's still only Pronax up there. The smoke is down, but he finds 2. 1 through the smoke, and it was Apex at point blank range. The Molotov will slow down this push as well. There's just no way to get through anymore.
It's a little bit sloppy from Envyus there. Apex isolating himself behind that smoke. His teammates unable to assist him. Pronax getting the skill, the spray through the smoke, predicting the movements of his teammates. 10 seconds, they have to save it. They can't really justify even going for this one.
But they can't back up. Olaf's managed to get himself into a great position where now he doesn't actually find the initial kill. Wow, inflicts heavy damage, but can't kill off Kenny S. But they're out of time, as you said. In fact, they lose Pronax as well at the end. So Envyus, they hold on to the 2 AWPs even if they don't hold the round.
That's quite an expensive round for Fnatic, you know, as well. Look, they've got 3K on the players that didn't have guns there, so they didn't really want to lose that many guns. Olaf Meister needed to capitalize more on that situation. Such a great position to be in. Kenny S reacting, and there's the replay now of that Pronax play. You saw him actually taking down Apex pretty easily there. He actually walks straight into his crosshair and then gets the second kill with a smoke. Now we've got that aggressive play we talked about. Olaf Meister going towards the top of mid, locking down 2 players though, and there is an answer back, making it back to a 3-on-3, but damage has been done. MBK going to be down to 10 HP as well. So I say the CTs do have the advantage going in this situation. That grenade's going to be huge, but it bounced off the wall and doesn't make it all the way to MBK.
He's already so low. Pronax knows it too. He knows he's just waiting in that side little area. And MBK, he's got no choice. Like, what's he supposed to do? Come out and peek? If that player is still on K, he's going to go down. So he waited for Happy to rotate over and give him the support with the AWP. I say rotate over. He's already on the B side, now shooting into the legs of Flusher. Couldn't get the full connection off, however. And now Flusher just nails him out the window.
That's Flusher for you. Gets that jumping 5-7 through the window. Absolutely nails Happy there. And now it's going to be Krim spotting Kiyashima, and that's really going to secure the round. 2-on-1 now. MBK has got the bomb, but only 10 HP to play with.
I think you got your answer as well about the M4ASs. They've been really working hard. Both Krims as well as Olaf have been doing some serious lifting with these 2 guns.
Well, and all they need to do is hold on. Don't need to. They know where MBK is going to be lying. I saw him before. And he's going to make his way to jungle, though. This could actually be a decent position for him. He's going to see the barrel of the CT player in window there.
I don't think he did, judging by his movement.
Oh, God.
Unless he is being so stealthy, and then Flusher will see him at the last moment.
I thought that moment was going to come. It's always when you leave those players to rest. That's when they always turn around, it seems. And getting a replay of the knife run, it seemed interesting. But, yeah, I assume this is a technical issue coming in. You can see Olaf's sound issue there.
Issues for Olaf.
But that was a big play there. It came down to that advantage towards the terrorist team, and then we saw Flusher jumping through the window of the 5-7. Happy absolutely controlled that B bomb site, and that's that big play we see from these Fnatic players, throwing the rulebook assist out the window. He knew he had to react there, comes through, nails the headshot onto Happy, takes down the AWP, and then the round fell into their favor. And that was a problem on Cobble, right? They actually won the round, and they're losing the subsequent after that, and their economy never got built up. So this is a real chance for them now to build up a bankroll and finally get themselves in a decent position in terms of the money of the game.
Yeah, you're right. And then Fnatic can actually have the half they were hoping for here on the CTs, which is more than 5 rounds on just one half.
Yeah.
And slowing down this Envyus T train, the one which the economy can just keep paying for round after round of attack after attack. But it's Envyus who are now into their CZs and Tech 9s. They've only got one flash for Apex, so this is going to be an all-in kind of push. There goes the flash. They're coming down Envyus. How much work can they do? Well, they've already got the kill on JW, and Keo doing some serious work, pushing into Olaf onto the CT stairs. But Olaf able to just back up enough, play with the range, shooting for that firebox as well. And it's Kennyez who's just running himself across the side. Now, there's one M4 into the hands of Apex. So Fnatic may slow it down for now, even if Kenny does take a grenade to the side.
Yep, this is the bomb hasn't gone down yet. It's going to be Apex, a really key position here. He can lock down Pronax. That next kill to be incredibly vital.
Pronax didn't see him come through. So Kennyez will find one. Flusher trying to find that revenge. The grenade will finally kill off Olaf. But as Happy as well as Apex, Happy doesn't have himself a rifle at the moment, but Apex does. They'll go for the smoke. He's waiting, actually baiting this out, but Apex too smart for it. He gets 2 for the round. Keo also getting those 2 initial entry kills. That's what opened up the site for Envyus.
They didn't even force buy into that round. They got some CZ, some Tech 9s, and a couple of flashbangs.
One flash. That's all they needed.
Coming in with a double headshot of the CZ. Like, what the hell is that about? The TTs need to be holding that position off. And we're just talking about them getting control of this economic game. It seemed like they were bouncing back and finally could string some rounds together. And now you can see it being completely crippled once again. They've got USPs, a couple of Zeuses, and the Mag 7 on JW. Never write him off with that weapon, but still, that is a very disappointing round for Fnatic to lose. You can see some huge damage coming in. Apex actually taking down JW, making it a 5-on-4, but there's the dudes coming in. Happy managing to avoid the lightning strike there.
90 damage.
Is that what it did? It actually did it hit?
It hit. Oh. It did 90 damage to Happy.
That's weird how it doesn't actually always hit. It's like a little bit random in that situation, but okay.
I don't know how the gun exactly works. Is it like range equals damage? However,
I think it's literally just random where you hit on the body. I couldn't really speculate. I haven't used it that much myself, but let's see.
We'll look it up later. For now, Fnatic, they're actually still getting a couple of kills out. It's not great. Like, it's Apex down, Happy's a little bit injured. There hasn't been a regaining of weapons here for Fnatic. And in fact, we just have this fall back for Envyus. They were pushing to the B side, but they've already got control of the A. Crims is over and connected, but yeah, he's unable to play the range game with that weapon. And in fact, NBK just doing serious work. Crims and Pronax both dropping, leaving Flusher alone back on the CT stairs. And if I'm looking correctly at that, is Happy just staring at the stairs.
Yeah, it's going to be 4-on-1 now. Just get dealt with, and then Envyus get their 5th round on the board. So again, a very successful T-side campaign for them so far. And you can see now, Fnatic, that money issue is becoming a huge problem for them. They have to take another eco here. And that's going to be difficult times. They're going to be forced buying into this, Toby.
Okay.
I'm not a huge fan of this. This could be the moment it all falls apart for Fnatic.
At the same time, JW as well as Flusher with the 2 scouts. If they can get these early picks, then the dream could be real. The push is coming very quickly here from Envyus. They're coming over to the B side, and Pronax, he's the man with a pharmacy. You don't actually have Flusher with that scout, but now flagging out the problem, that's the push coming in. He's got smoke as well as that grenade, doing a lot of early chip damage into Envyus, and Flusher using the scout from in short, so Pronax, they can't hold him in for now. Envyus, they're down on the side. They brought down the CT defenders. JW, he's got the scout at point-blank range going through the smoke. He can jump up and actually snaps back NBK, looking for the second. He just took out Kennyez through the wall. Apex is on the side. He's able to stop this rotation coming in from the kitchen until now Olaf will arrive, leaving one man left alive, and the bomb stranded up in apartments. The force buy has worked for now. Happy's trying to get his way in, but now he's down to 30 as well with initial frags, and there's JW. Huge defensive play in the apartments and finishes the round with Happy.
He comes in with the scout through the smoke, close range, jumps up, gets the first. This second kill is what blows my mind. How is that a thing? He takes him down, headshot for the wall, jumping, incredible things, and he actually managed to get the photo on the board. I was questioning that force buy, but how can you question them back? JW, some amazing pedigree there going in to round number 9 now. They bounce back and get the AWP on, and Olaf Meister gets the first frag. Happy replying though, 4-on-4 situation now.
Man, this is the reason why Fnatic do these force buys. When it pays off like that, why wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
It just happens time and time again, and the momentum swing happens again. That
Back and
AWP on
forth.
JW, he still doesn't find anything, but Flusher so far up on the mid boxes. So Envyus, they can't control mid. They can't move up through the underpass area. They've either got to go up through apartments or they have to come in through T-ramp/palace.
Yeah, that round was just grand final things. That round could have absolutely cost them the game. They would have been on another eco after that, and it really would have slipped away from them. But now, 4-4, JW looking like he's going to get another pick, but MBK finds the headshot. Fantastic shot from him. And now the 4-on-3, Crim's just going to be in shadow. All going to come down to this man. He's the only guy on the A-bomb side so far. Has getting back up from the connector, though, but he takes a lot of damage there.
They're just shooting in through the plywood. Still, AK beat AWP before, and Crims, well, there goes Flasher. He's lost support. Crims has moved back to Firebox now. MBK will look for this position. He already banged through low, taking out Pronax from range, and Envyus, now it's their turn to win a round. Unless Crims can pull off beyond magical plays. They're going to line up for him. He'll grab one. He takes two, but he cannot get the third, however. There are a lot of bullets inside that M4, but not enough. He can't swing around for the 180.
And he does some decent economic damage there, but the headline is, after winning one round, Fnatic lose the subsequent one again, and the economy has been reset. They're going to be on the $1,400 here. They could buy the scouts again if they wanted to, but it's not going to be as strong a buy. So they will be taking the eco on the chin here. CZs, P250s, and it's going to be the full AK buy now from Envyus. Seems like they're going to be going to a very defensive formation. They don't want to allow that kind of economic damage to come in once again from the scouts here. So you can see the CTs going to be pushing off the short, just trying to work out whether they can find any sort of information here. Pronax,
he saw one.
Jumping up, yeah, and just spotting them. Happy, though. Should be able to pick up a kill here. The timing not working out for him, though.
Oh, yeah, Olaf goes down. Nope, now he goes back up again. That'll work for him. So Happy ends up killing off Olaf as Keo waits for the aggressive apartment player to push, or at least have a peek. A very, like, Envyus. Okay, there we go. Apex able to take out Crimson in the window. This is opening up the A side completely. In fact, look how far Happy's already gone down. Is he looking in the corner? JW, like, it's the ultimate camper spot. Waiting inside CT spawn. Flush was able to pick up one as well. And this means now JW has an AK, and he's coming back. He wants to try and contest up the side, because Flusher, if they can get down there, no Keo, he wins the duel from the underpass area. That would have made it a really good retake for Fnatic. Now, up to JW. He can't do much with this at all. He needed his friends to make that play from connector.
Yeah, the bomb is down. He hasn't got a key. He's got the AK-47. Looking to try and find one frag here and then fall back. He spots a player towards Palace there, but nothing going to come of this. Just going to be falling back now, trying to stay alive. I think he's just trying to bait out some players to die with the bomb, with that smoke play there. But it's not going to be enough time. That's going to come in too late. He does survive with the AK, seeing what he can find. If he can pick up a cheeky AWP here, that'd be fantastic. But what does he get there? We actually missed that towards the end. I doubt he did.
I think he only had the AK at the end.
Yeah, I was hoping he'd run on the side and find a
there wasn't an AWP close enough to him.
But let's see how this one goes down. 11th round now. Envyus getting their 7th on the board. And the money still not favouring Fnatic. They're not going to have any AWPs. Pronax to be settling for the Famous here. One kit. He's going to be the only player with that as well. 5 AKs for the terrorist side. And looks like they're going towards an AXQ this time. 4 players heading towards bomb site A. And you can see they're setting up that smoke. Wall of smoke play, forcing a post-bomb situation. This is really bad news for Fnatic. As I mentioned before, with the lack of kits, it'll be a very difficult retake for them.
At the same time, though, they still have flashes as well as grenades of their own. So this won't be the easiest way in. They're trying to use a better positioning by boosting up Olaf on top of the fireboxes. So then, okay, well, Flasher gets the initial kill. And it's all about Olaf. He's actually dropped himself down to defend on top of the side. Crims protecting from the stairwell, coming in close. It's going to be Apex who does not get the advantage there. And JW, they work together. You may have lost Olaf, but JW spraying through the smoke. Now into the CZs. He doesn't realize he brought Keo down to 5 HP. He's bouncing across Tetris as JW just couldn't find him. He tried inside the shadow, but that wasn't where it is. It's the 2 T players now. Tetris bouncing up on top of the stairs, but Flusher wins the duel, and Keo on 11 lives. That's going to be finishing the job now. Flusher claiming 3 frags in that round and keeping the round going the way of Fnatic. A critical one as well. They would have been in a real rough position if they lost that.
Yep, absolutely. You can see the money's still not great for them. It does come down to that 2-on-2 situations. They're still having to string together any cash they have and get the Famous once again. But that was a nice 2-on-2 situation for them, making sure they capitalised on the HP advantage they had, and Crims finishing it off there. So Fnatic get their 4th on the board. They definitely need to get a couple more here. The CT side is one of the ones we talk about being favoured, but now Kenny S has the AWP. And he's looking for those picks here. CT's unable to actually get that money together to answer back just yet. But it's coming down to JW in the window. Get a gap in the smoke as well. All the teams be aware of this.
He's waiting for Apex to just rush up through connector. That way he can give the information to Crims, and they can just try and go for this crossfire. But he needs to stay alive for this to happen. Flusher turning around, seeing that nade coming into short. They're boosted up, but Flusher's ready for it. He throws out the grenade. It's not going to do enough damage, however. As the team can just bounce away, they also lost JW in window. So Fnatic can get cut halfway through the map. Just patience now on the corners. Olaf, a lot of chip damage being inflicted by Apex from the connector. While Happy, he's moved up a long way. Now they do lose Apex in that connector, but Happy, this is going to clean up most of the A side until Crims has to go big, but he aims up high when Keo comes low. Into a 2-on-3 now. Flusher and Pronax moving over as quick as they possibly can. The flash is there, but MBK and Happy, a very quick wrap up there. And Envyus now take their 8th round here on their T-half.
And once again, it's going to put Fnatic in the desperate situation. Going to be yet another very similar storyline to what we saw on Cobble, Toby. That it don't have a chance to actually get... The classic Fnatic is they're absolutely dominant on their CT side. They get the double AWP setups going, and no one seems to be able to shut them down. Seems like Envyus seem to be bouncing back every single time they lose a round, adapting. We're seeing those opening picks coming in, and now Fnatic going to be onto the USPs, P250, and a CZ here. And you can see the much more defensive setup here coming in from Envyus. 5 rifles, no AWP this time, but another difficult position for Fnatic to be in.
I was waiting for Pronax to get a headshot on Keo. He's actually chip damaging him down at the moment with the USP jump. But Apex as well as MBK going to work. Olaf able to get a bit of a revenge kill, but unable to regather that weapon just yet. While Keo keeping these 2 CT defenders a long, long way back. Again, they're going for these little quick picks, but Keo just through the top of the truck takes out Pronax.
Yeah, looking really sharp right now, finding these kills. Every angle is available to him. Will he be able to get this last player on towards the bomb side? It's going to be Flusher, takes him down as well. Olaf Meister has got the M4 in hand, but probably just looking to save this. We know their CT situation in terms of money is pretty weak right now.
Yep.
And it's been a current trend for Fnatic. They need to be making sure they get these last 2 rounds going into this one, so let's see what they can do here.
Man, it's amazing how well Envyus have come out shooting today. Like, Keo has been right on the mark, but Kenny S as well really stepping up to the plate.
He's been great with his rifles as well. We normally talk about him being this immovable object with the AWP, and we see these insane clutches coming in from him, but that really hasn't been that big of a factor today. He's not doing the 3-on-1 situation, no scopes going on. He's just keeping up with the team. You can see he's actually going to be top fragging, well, top of the scoreboard with 10 frags there. And looking towards Fnatic's side, Pronax only be on 3 frags here, and I think he had the 2 frags I can remember from that round. They walked through the smoke towards B, so he's been pretty quiet on the retakes apart from then. So let's see as we go into this round number 14 now. Flusher not even have a weapon here. Famas is on Pronax and JW as well.
This is a lot more aggressive from Envyus. The position from Olaf on the other side of the smoke.
It looks like it's going to be a pop flash through, burst through the smoke and see what you can do. But it looks like Fnatic are going to be waiting on the other side of that as well. Olaf.
He's just through. He's looking for the corner, and MBK is going to get the corner first. So Olaf will drop. And the rotation's coming over from Fnatic. They've got 3 players down at connector, while JW might find 1. Keo strikes back and Happy with the crossfire. They just shut up this Fnatic lineup. And Pronax comes in through CTs, but Apex racks up another one.
Just textbook Envyus right now, just utilizing the players they have. Kiyoshima on unbelievable form, getting into that bomb site, finding 2 frags. They waited for their moment, they knew what their plan was. Wait for an opportunity to find the kill through the smoke there. MBK got it, Kiyoshima comes in, locks down 2 headshots. Happy finishes it off, and there's nothing Fnatic can do right now. It's just great teamwork, and you can see the 3 AWPs coming out to finish this one off. It's going to be no rifles whatsoever for Fnatic, and they get Happy down to low HP. JW is pushing through the smoke, and he gets him with the Max 7, picks up the AWP as well, and he should be able to capitalize with that one. Let's see what he can do with it. Flusher going to be pushing on short as well. Gets caught reloading. Apex deals with him and now brings him down to a 4-on-4 situation.
Man, this feels like deja vu right now, but JW with this ult, he can stop the cap push. They may be really, really sad that Happy ended up dying with that aggressive push until Kenny S will finally shut down JW. But it's a 2-on-3. This wasn't the dream from Envyus. 10-4. It was deja vu from map 1. The same score at the end of the Envyus T-half. But they have to play a little bit more patiently now. Olaf waiting for that push to come in, and he will drop down Kenny S. This actually looks like a great round for Fnatic, as long as they can finish the job. Keo, still with armor, still with double flashes, nades, and smokes, jumps down with the AK, but he does not have the bomb. He has to come back and try and regain this. Banging up through that smoke. He knows the Fnatic are waiting on the other side of it.
Nade.
Able to hit down Crims pretty heavily, but walking through the smoke, and the Crims just sprays through. So 10 rounds to 5 is the end result of the T-half here of Envyus.
So they get 4 CZs and a Mag 7 and somehow take down the 3 AWPs Envyus presented them. That's pretty crazy. JW pushing through that lower round barrier, finds an AWP, picks up 2 kills on short, and that's all down to him. If they win this one, it's going to come down to that round. So that's Fnatic go to the T side. I think they have more than enough to work with, which most teams wouldn't be able to work with just 5 on the CT side. But wait, this one isn't over just yet. We saw it happen on Cobble. They're going to come straight back into this as well.
Yeah, that they can. And, well, Fnatic, they'll really have to try and tighten things up a little bit more as they do switch over this over to... okay, we are going to switch our sides in a moment. But the fact that Envyus now CT side,
yeah.
If Keo can keep hitting what he's hitting, if their range game, which they showed on the T half, is able to be replicated in the CT half, Fnatic can have a real hard time getting onto these sites.
It's just that partnership between Apex and Kiyoshima. Every bomb that went on. Yeah, this is
superb by JW.
Second shot as well. Really did put the nail in the coffin for them there. Fantastic work from JW, and something we're going to see more of. Now he gets in the T side to be able to do more of those sort of crazy plays going into it. And maybe, who knows, we'll see some more shotgun action from him.
Maybe.
See what happens.
Definitely, maybe. I still can't believe Happy did that quick push up through T-slope with the AWP, all by himself too.
Yeah.
And the fact that JW was able to kill him off as he's running
just
away.
Just that confidence factor he had at that stage. Like, if, okay, we've got the 3 AWPs here, they're going to be really passive. Let's just go up and get that intel. You guys can go towards B. And of course, JW just pushes through, finds the kill, gets the AWP and locks it down. So then, we go into the second half now. Fnatic definitely on the back foot as they enter the T side of the map. Going towards B here, they have got 1 utility player, 4 sets of armor for the rest of the guys here. And it's going to be Flusher towards the top of mid, holding the flank. Actually going to be going
coming
towards
through
underpass
below.
there, yeah.
And already, well, there's that information. They scout out all 4 players, or I say all 4, 3 players, sorry, coming in through the underpass. And the rotation's there from the CTs, but Olaf, he just jumps around the corner, finds the head of Keo, and they're just rolling over Fnatic. And where they go from here, they want to go through the hole in the wall. Not going to happen. It's all up to MBK. Can they get that bomb plant down? It looks like right now Fnatic just want to hunt the kills, and they're going to find them as well. 22 life. MBK at least gets Pronax back. The Flusher will finish it up. And Fnatic, like, I almost feel like a message was being sent to Envyus with that run. We push wherever the hell we want to. We just keep running at you.
So we see Flush at the top of middle, just gaining that intel, working out there's a CT push coming in. He gave the call, it's all clear. They come through underpass, into connector, find the frags, and just completely lock it down from that stage. And now we do see the force by coming in from Envyus. We saw them bite back straight away on Cobble. Can they replicate that success here? MBK going to be on the P250, and Olaf Meister rips off the head of Kenny S to open things up.
Man, what a great start as well. That one, I say the one big buy. They did buy 2 AKs on Flusher as well as Olaf. But does reveal now, oh, JW. Doesn't use his scout, instead he uses the USP to finish up MBK. But the T's have control of this mid once again, so there's no control over connector. Apex might be on the A side, but he's cut off from the rest of his team, and also pincered by Fnatic. He can't retreat from where he is, so he has to move back into Sandwich.
Well, they have forced one into this one, so they want to make sure they don't give their frag away from now on. They want to make sure they can get something on the board here. Apex going to be presenting some team players here.
That's so good.
2 kills there, but they answer back. It's going to be a 2-on-2 situation now as Kiyoshima does take down Pronax.
Well, 2-on-2 still going to work if they can find these quick picks. Keo try and do the work, dropping them down. They do get through Crims, and that bomb plant still hasn't dropped down for JW. He's the man with the AK. Wants to try and nade out Keo. That will hurt him. Actually, no, it didn't. It must have bounced too far.
So look at JW's health as well. He knows the position of Kiyoshima here. He's got the Mag 10 in hand. JW now...
He doesn't know the last one, though. Like, he knows Keo, but he doesn't know where Happy is. And he's worried that Happy's coming from behind, so where's he go for the plan? Happy is right next to JW, sitting on that CT round. Now the push comes up, and Envyus actually hold the pistol round. Not only that, they get one of the AKs back into their hands.
That's a 5-on-3 situation on an eco round. They had 5-7s of force buy, but Apex, look at this. He knew he had to make something happen here, and does he make it happen? He gets 2 5-7 kills. Bomb goes down. Kiyoshima answers back, and then once again, Envyus take the second round force buy in their favor, and Fnatic now force buying themselves with the Tech 9s, have got smoke grenades as well. Normally, you'd see most teams do a set A execute the smoke here, trying to force down an A plant here, but they're going to be spreading out a little bit further out. And Overficer takes down Kenny S there, and it's going to bring the advantage towards Fnatic now.
Man, the spread out play can work when you have players like Olaf. This is what we did see on Cobblestone as well. Like, it's the individual plays that just seem to win these rounds for you. The fact too that, like, Fnatic lined up for Apex. Like, they both walked in and they both stood on exactly the same line. If the bullets fly in that exact direction, you're gonna find kills. And well, at least Olaf is able to open up a little bit of an advantage until Happy with the AK up in ladder room. That bounce back down again, and he tries to go for the crack, but the nade doing the extra work, allowing Flusher to finish the job. But we're into a 3-on-3 until Olaf. It's MBK doing the work again. The Flusher, okay, he's got enough support from Keo. Krims tries to make the little jump down as MBK actually presents his head on a silver platter to Krims, jumping up in front of him. In front of that Teagle. Apex just bangs through the wall, and Krims will go down. And Envyus, they hold the rounds and they hold the CT advantage. And this, if it keeps going this way, they're going to go 13 rounds to 6 and look at a 2-map advantage in a best-of-5 final.
Well, now Fnatic have no choice after that force buy. They have to go for pretty much a full Glock buy here. There is a couple of P250s, but no utility whatsoever. All 5 players heading towards the A bomb site here. You can see the bomb. It's going to be towards Palace with 2 players backing him up as well. Flusher waiting on that lower ramp. CT's over playing this perfectly. Happy, going to go very passively. And with no flashbang to lock him off, he should absolutely clear up here.
I'm surprised, though, he's happy to go for this glass cannon AWP. Like, there's no armor on him whatsoever. But I suppose it's confidence of your team. However, there goes Happy. There's that glass cannon AWP. He has no armor. So they lose the second one. Keo moving forward. Kenny S able to go to work. And that bomb, well, JW wants to try and get it down, jumps himself through, takes out one, looking for the second. Kenny S will finish the job, and they will get that defuse out and protect the secondary op.
Yep, so decent round there from Fnatic, all things considered. Only had 2 P250s, get 2 kills on the bomb down. That's a great eco in anyone's book. So they will continue with this, I was going to say double AWP setup, but I don't see an auto sniper get dropped as well there. So
wait, what?
I think MBKs will be taking the auto sniper towards B. It's actually very viable on this map, you know. It can be so strong, especially when you smoke it off at the start. You can read when the terrorists are coming in. It can be such a strong weapon, especially when you've got a sort of advantage. A great call, I think, actually. It'll be interesting to see how it works out. It's actually Apex will be wielding that one.
Yeah, and he's taking it back over towards jungle, so he's trying to control up Palace instead with it.
Here we go then. Round number 20. Envyus definitely with the advantage with 3 sniper rifles. Apex with the auto. NES hasn't been smoked out just yet, but there it comes in, making him a little bit redundant now. Has to change his position up. Kishima close up with the M4. Fnatic taking this very slowly as they leave the bomb towards T-spawn now. Just trying to work a pick. Flush is going to be leading the charge here onto A ramp. Seeing what he can find of his AK.
Yeah, but they're not peeking at all. In fact, Kenny is going to have the easier shot. And Apex using that auto sniper to kill off JW. Adding insult to injury. These 2 CTs, Kenny S up on the box again, taking out Pronex. Nolof does not want to push up here. He's going to get shot from Cat if he's not careful. He's hugging the right, actually gets through the connector into the jungle area, and Apex is looking in the complete wrong direction. Olaf will find the kill. I don't know if he really wants to have the auto sniper.
No, not in this situation. He needs his trusted AK there. 4-on-2, but it still is time for them to work with. Happy's got such a great position there in the B house. That's going to take the bomb down, and that's going to secure the round as well. Well, as you said, though, Olaf does get a kill, but 3 men to find in 30 seconds with the bomb down in B apartments. I don't really fancy his chances, Toby, but maybe just trying to get one of those AWPs he just took down would be a good option for him. Just so he has to take that into the next round. But
such an expensive round as well for Envyus. Like, you just lost an auto sniper as well as one of your AWPs.
At this stage of the game, like, they're not going to lose this round, but just getting the 14th round of the board is huge for them. Yep. It's going to put Fnatic in a very difficult situation. Olaf getting these kills down definitely helps. He gets 4 of them as well. Like you said, that's going to be very expensive. That's like 20K's worth of kit going down.
Yep.
And let's see.
MBK's in no position to regather any of this, and Olaf will actually end up saving one of the AWPs. This is a huge round for Fnatic, really.
That's big. The fact he got those kills and actually knocked down all those sniper rifles out of the hands of Envyus there, and he takes the AWP, it justifies the force buy now. It actually gives them some sort of footing. If they win this round, it's all down to Olaf Meister's clutch play towards the end. They didn't win the round, but did enough work. You see the replays there. The sniper work coming in. Apex will be pushing up middle. Gets flashed off, decides to go back to connector. Good call there. Didn't want to lose the first frag. As you said, though, Kenny S takes down Flusher there and may have secured this round for his team.
Yeah, that Molotov, it was actually keeping Envyus out of the connector, but it also kept Flusher exposed as he ran down the mid because he couldn't just jump himself into connector. Apex, a good quick rotation with the crossfire coming in from Kenny S. They just do a lot of serious work. Tetris is just a death zone for Fnatic and Envyus. 15 rounds to 6. So many rounds to finish this. Yes. So many rounds.
On the favored side, on Mirage, the way these guys are playing right now, I think this is only going one way. But you never can count Fnatic out. Who knows? The story could continue here. As they do go into round number 22. They have pulled up 4 players heading towards the A-bomb. So it looks like it's going to be a very fast play. He's going straight in. No nonsense here.
Keo takes out Washi. Was Happy that got it. Keo is helping out as Happy takes out a second, looking for his third. He's able to claim it. He'll have to look up to Tetris to find Crims, and that's a 4th for right now for Happy. Olaf, the last man left alive, and he's going to be brought down by MBK, and that is it. Map 2, 16 rounds to 6 is the end score coming the way of Envyus. A 2-map advantage in a best-of-5 final where, like you yourself and a lot of the panel was saying, you know what, Fnatic, they look good. They should be taking this 3-1, but it's Envyus who will hold all the power now.
You know what I think about that game? It's just down to Kiyashima. He was playing out his absolute mind there. Fantastic entry frags from him. Him and Apex utilizing that great combination they've got there. Kenny S as well, chiming in with some great rifle play. Good AWPing towards the end there as well. The problem for Fnatic was, once again, on their CT side, not getting control of their economy. They actually let it slip away from them again, never got that momentum built up, and that's a real problem for the CT side. You want to be like Envyus just did there. They lost the pistol and then bounced straight back and won 6 rounds cleanly in a row. Really formidable stuff from them, and it didn't look like for a second on that second half they were going to lose that one.
Yeah, it looked crazy. Like, you go, again, 10-5. You have such an advantage going into your CTs. Like, that in itself, it's a huge confidence for you and a comfort zone for you, knowing that you've got so much space to move with. Yeah, if they get momentum, they get momentum, but they're on a CT side. Like, it's so easy to take that momentum away. It's like, okay, it's...
Yeah, they never, from what I remember, the Fnatic didn't get more than 1 round built up. They had a few just win 1, lose 1 after that, and it just kept, it got like 4.
They won 1 and then lost 5 in a row.
Yeah, and then it was just all went horribly wrong for them on that CT side there. So, unfortunately, Fnatic, they go down 2-0 here in this best-of-5 series. 1 more will do it for Envyus, and it's kind of interesting now. Like you said, we didn't predict this one going down. We thought Fnatic are the masters of grand finals, but definitely don't write them off yet. There's still a lot of stories to go here. So
they have time, man. They have time. So Fnatic, they'll take a moment to try and regain their thoughts and find out what the hell has happened in this series. How is Envyus getting the upper hand of them every single time? They'll have a break to think about that. So will we, and so will the analysts. We'll come back with them after this break.
Check this out.
Camera, they can see. See that? Money shot.